Hello, this is Lauren, and we're live at Flex. Today with us we have Chronixx. Sawubona Chronixx.
Sawubona.
Unjani.
Niyaphini.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Yeah, that. Ngiyaphila.
Niyaphila. Okay.
We totally. That was African Life 101 Zulu language lesson. How are you feeling this evening?
I'm excited to learn some Zulu, you know? So
Yeah,
it's
South Africa. Ngiyaphila.
Okay.
Every time I go through interviews or I interview different celebrities, I always think of the one interview that I had with you. Unfortunately, it was a conference interview, and I'm very honored at the fact that I have you to myself today to interview you alone. The song Warrior, I remember we spoke very shortly about it, had a very significant meaning to myself, and you'd explained as to why you'd actually written that song. But yes, the vibe this evening, how was it for you?
Yeah, man, it was good, you know. It's just a joy for really see how the different people appreciate the music, you know what I mean? We give thanks and praise, man. It's a great feeling. Yeah, a very great feeling. And Austria is a place they have always been supportive of the music, as you can see. You know, they buy the music, they come to the shows, you know what I mean? So you have to always try and give it your very best for people like those, you know? Yeah, man.
Now, I'm very honored to be here with you. I remember seeing you the first time. This is actually your second performance in Vienna. And in terms of your tour, how has your tour been around Europe to date?
I mean, the Dread and Terrible tour is as dread and terrible as it looks, you know what I mean? Like, I'm amazed, you know, every time I hit the stage, every time I go up, you know, I'm most amazed with, you know, the delivery of the band and Kelly's and Dre Island, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's their first time, and like, to see how the people, you know, receive them, they are better received than I was when I came for the first time, you know? So it's just a great joy to see, you know, just the growth and the movement. It shows that we can do things together and it can still be excited, you know? It don't have to be a sensational thing, or, you know, it can be three young, you know, upcoming artists tour together, you know what I mean? And just hop up on a bus and create history, you know?
Well, also on your tour, being around in different European countries, what has it been like this time of the year particularly for you?
Well, I mean, it's kind of cold, you know, like the weather take a toll on me physically, you know, at times. But, you know, we're coming out our earlier prepared, you know, for all kind of things, you know. So we have a spirulina we do, and with different medicinal, you know, thing them. So you don't know, there's a whole African tradition that never leave us. You know, Jamaicans really know how to cure themselves, you know. So that's an aspect of my culture that I never neglect, no matter where I go. So, you know what I mean? Different weather, different climatic environment, you know. You are exposed to different things, so you have to prepare yourself. And I did that.
When I've done a bit of research in terms of the group that you have formed with different artists, why is it that you name what you're doing right now the Revival?
Well, I did name it the Revival, you know. And that name, you know, it was coined by one person, but I don't think it was any one person who established the name.
Yeah.
And really and truly, I don't really want to speak too much about that, because what is more important, because what the reggae revival does is limit the evolution that is happening right now within our generation, limit it to only reggae. And I think it's happening, you know, it's taking place everywhere in the world, you know, in Africa, you know, in North America, in South America, in Europe, you know, you see where the youth them I become more conscious, you know, and I use them talents and them different artistic expressions for a righteous cause, you know, and that's what the revival really is. And more, even greater than within the artists, the revival is really with the people who are supporting us, because we have always been making music. Reggae music was never on a break or a holiday.
Yeah.
But the people went on a holiday and now them get revived. So I think that is really where the revival is. So, it's a thing where I personally don't want to talk too much more about it because, on to the new horizons. Because the reggae revival opened doors for many possibilities, and that's what we really want to explore right now.
Well, in terms of the question that I asked you the last time, what repatriation meant to you, I think I was informed that you were going to be traveling to Africa, and I'm not too sure, but I'd like to hear from the horse's mouth as to whether you did have the opportunity to visit somewhere in Africa since the last time that we spoke.
No, since I went to Kenya, I haven't been back. You know what I mean? And I'm very miserable about that fact. You know what I mean? But we are wait patiently for the time to come because we know say when the time come, it'll be a glorious thing like it was the last time. So, and it's always a great joy if you go home to the motherland and share music, with your brother and your sister them and just all a joy, Yeah, man.
Your new CD, the inspiration behind the new CD, what was it? I want you to tell us the name and the one track you sang that was Spirulina. What was the inspiration behind the new CD that you've made?
Well, the project, the Dread and Terror project, is a great thing because I performed Alpha and Omega, Here Comes Trouble, Spirulina, and Eternal Fire from the project, and it's that thing we always say now. What is good and pleasant in Zion is dread and terrible in Babylon. And we are the children of the Almighty and enemies of the system. You know what I mean? And we are, the thing is, I look at where Rasta is today, and Rastafari, we get a very, we get a love that is, it is dipped in hypocrisy. You know what I mean? So it is coated with hypocrisy. You know what I mean? Or, it's like we get a love where it's almost still not love, Because what going on is people wear locks and, but Rastafari still don't get no real love in the world. You know what I mean? Especially in Jamaica. Because we have been using the herb, ganja before ganja was illegal, and they made it illegal in Jamaica because Leonard Howell, who is the first Rastaman, who was the first one to herald the divinity of His Majesty. The plant was made illegal because he was farming it in his self-sustainable community called the Pinnacle, and then he was then chased off his own land, and a lot of the Howellites got killed up there on Pinnacle, get thrown off the hill and everything by the Jamaican Constabulary Force. And really and truly, the project now, that is just a thing where it kind of sum up all of them struggles that Rastafari got through over the years, So it named Dread and Terrible because what they have done to us is very dread and terrible. But yet they call us the Black Heart people and say we are dread and terrible. So the term have a whole heap of meaning too. So I just want them to just enjoy the music, and there's a lot to learn within the fun and the musical journey, the nice trip where the music take you on. There's still a next journey to go on, within the content of the music, the lyrical content. So, full joy and learn,
On a more lighter note, what is it that makes Chronixx smile on a day that he's feeling down?
I mean, just about anything. The thing that will make me smile for a fact is like a little baby. I love children. And food, food is a thing that always get me going. And music too, and people, sometimes you just need to have the right people around you. No matter where I go through, there are people within my life, and no matter what happens from me see them, my day light up, Yeah. So, and that's why I keep a certain kind of people around me, Because I have some of the worst people on the planet as my friends. But to me, they are the best people, and we are all dread and terrible out in Babylon. But you know, to each other we are support. You know, we can't live without each other, really and truly. You know, so it's them can put a smile on my face. You know, that's why we never to tour without each other neither. You know, so you know, Kelly Sadre, Daddy Barnes, Zion, Tiago, the whole Jolly, Zinc Fence Redemption, the whole band, the whole family, you know. Yeah, man.
Well, it's always very humbling, and it's a very beautiful experience seeing you with the same band, with your band all the time. My next question would be, what is your message of inspiration to the youth back in Africa and I'd say all around the world?
Well, I mean, my message of inspiration to the youth them is, you know, one of the greatest discomfort in life is ignorance. You know, because sometimes wonder why we feel so down and wonder why it's because we don't know. You know, so my word to them is just, you know, get with it and learn what go on and educate yourself. Because some people feel like, some people hide from knowledge because they prefer to live in ignorance. They prefer to not know, but sometimes ignorance is the very cause of your problem. You know what I mean? Because the very moment you know that this is the reason why I'm suffering, then you can start help yourself after that, you know? So just know what go on and know, say, within all of the turmoil and all of the dreadful things happening on earth right now, there's always a reason for just sit down, put your hand behind your head, cock up your foot, and laugh and smile. You know, there's always a reason to be happy, you know. So, yeah, man.
So what are your future plans after your new CDs?
Well, Jah have the perfect plan, you know. You know, my plans fail too often now, but stop plan. You know, Jah take care of it because Jah knows best, you know, and he's Jah orchestrate all of this. You know what I mean? We had very little to do with it, you know. Yeah, man. We just execute it, we orchestrate it.
Well, I'd like to say thank you very much for affording us this opportunity to interview you. It's been wonderful having this opportunity once again with you. And we wish you from African Life all the best on your tour around Europe. I'm not too sure as to where you're off to next from Vienna.
Well, we go Zurich tomorrow. Is Zurich or Geneva? I think Geneva, and so we're doing Switzerland next, and then we have Germany coming up again. We have Paris, we have Italy coming up, we have Finland, you know, we have Denmark, we have Sweden, you know, so we have a few more places to go and share the good music, you know, and we're looking forward.
So you've joined Europe at the right time of the year, springtime, blossoms, 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 and more of Chronixx all around Europe. Well, thank you once again for affording us this opportunity. And yes, we wish you all the best on your tour. May your journeys be safe. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you. I don't know when you'll be back in Vienna, but it was a wonderful experience seeing you this evening. Thank you very much.
All right, bless up, Rastafari, give thanks and praise.
African Life, and we're out. Peace.